Early in my tenure, I took a small team up to Harvard Business School, and we took one of those one-week strategy courses. And the professor posed a question that really has stuck with me. And the question was, if your business went away tomorrow, who would miss you and what would they miss? It's a great question. I mean, if the answer is nobody would miss you, then you don't have a business, right? But it gets to the core question that we had to answer, which is what do our readers come to us for? And the way Jeff Bezos, and I'll talk a little bit more about him later, the way he talks about it is kind of the Clay Christensen. What is the problem you are trying to solve for your consumer? And Jeff will point out the problems may be different at different times of the day, right? The morning newspaper might be to see what happened since you went to bed last night that you didn't know about, or it might be to look at the classifieds or whatever. In the middle of the day, presumably people are coming on the website and they're coming to us for breaking news, and that is our single highest peak of traffic on the website is during the days at lunchtime. But then at night, when you check it, you might be checking to see what the traffic on 495 is like. And then at night on your iPad, and we have the biggest peak of reading on the iPad at night, is people who are reading ahead to see what's going to be in tomorrow's paper and what happened. So in our case, I think the answer is clear. People come to us to be informed by a trusted source. I know some of the more conservatives in the room might debate whether we should be trusted or not, but we work very hard to be balanced. But there is, in my view, no substitute for great, solid, original reporting. And a few months ago, I was at a dinner with Bob Woodward, who was discussing his latest book on the Obama administration. And somebody asked him what drives him to work so hard. And without missing a beat, he said, "Every morning, I wake up and I think to myself, what are the bastards hiding today?" So they may not all be bastards, but that is the essence of our job, to uncover the facts and information and present it to our readers and allow our readers to make their own assessments. But our readers also have to feel like we are an essential part of their lives. It cannot be, and I tell this to the newsroom all the time, it cannot be medicine. Nobody is going to buy a paper if it feels like a must, something you have to do. The biggest reason we get when people are canceling the Washington Post is, I don't have time. Now, we know we're all busy, but you make time for what's important to you. And I don't actually know the statistics. I'm one of those people who subscribes to The New Yorker and to People magazine. And I can tell you, I get to People more often than I do to The New Yorker, because The New Yorker is like, you know, you feel virtuous if you read it and you find amazing stories, but People is fun. So part of our job is to present people with the medicine, and that may be what's happening in the Ukraine today or the Obama administration's latest announcement about the budget, but you also want to have some fun with your medicine. As Warren Buffett wrote to his publishers when he bought a whole group of newspapers recently, no one has ever stopped reading when halfway through a story that was about them or their neighbors. So one of our challenges on the web is to make sure that we are essential to readers in a world where people are getting flooded with information. The second challenge, and the one that I've spent most of my time on, is pure economics. While we're a weird business because we are a mission-oriented business, and that is the journalism, but we are also a business. And without the business, we cannot support the journalism.